I think deep down, I always knew I was addicted to my phone. Not in the joking, casual way people say they are, but in a way that made me feel like my mind was never quiet. Months before this experiment, I even connected my phone to a house phone, hoping that if it stayed in one place, I could break the habit. It helped for a while, but not enough. The truth is, I think most of us are addicted, we just don't want to admit it. And that's where all this started for me. A deep knowing in my soul that I needed to reset my brain to find stillness again. So I decided to do something drastic, a full-on reset that honestly I wasn't sure I could do. For 30 days, I gave up everything. No social media, no TV, no books, podcasts, or music, not even background noise. If it was created by someone else, I didn't engage with it. Chores and meals were silent. I even kept phone calls short so there were no distractions. And at first, it was horrible. My brain felt like it was clawing for something to hold on to. Every quiet moment, I had the urge to grab my phone. It's strange how automatic it is, how deeply we're wired to reach for distraction the second that stillness shows up. The first few days, I would literally just sit and stare at the wall, and it felt so uncomfortable. I realized that I hadn't been alone with my own thoughts in years. But then, very slowly, things did start to shift for me. With no outside noise, my own thoughts finally started to come back. Real thoughts, reflections, feelings I hadn't had space to process. It was like my mind finally had a chance to exhale and let out everything that it had been holding in for years. I noticed things again. The sound of the refrigerator humming that I realized I hadn't noticed since I was a child. The way that sunlight moves across the floor, the texture of warm water running over my hands. I'd forgotten how much peace there was in just being. And because I wasn't scrolling, I had time. I journaled every day. I wrote songs. 2 of them, actually. I painted, I danced, I played with my daughter, blocks, dolls, walks outside. We laughed, we built towers, and we made messes, and my husband and I, we had more quality time together. Without a show playing in the background, our evenings felt so much slower, fuller, and more connected. Through this experience, I truly started to realize how overstimulated we have all become, how much noise we live inside of. We are constantly absorbing everyone else's thoughts, opinions, stories, and we can't even hear our own voice anymore, let alone God's. When I finally got quiet enough, I started hearing Him way more clearly. In the stillness, in the ordinary, in the peace that comes when everything else fades out. And it reminded me of the Sabbath, how God built rest into the rhythm of creation itself. A full day meant for only stillness, for stopping, for remembering what matters. A day when you put down the tools, the screens, the noise, and you simply be. It's a built-in reminder that life isn't meant to be endless motion or endless consumption. It's meant to be communion with God, with our loved ones, and with ourselves. And maybe that's what so many of us are missing, not just rest, but sacred rest. A rhythm of intentionally stepping away from the world so we can actually be in it again fully. Around the second week of this experiment, I started decluttering my home, not just because I had the time to, but because I felt this need to simplify my life. I purged clothes, toys, decor, anything that felt like too much to manage, and honestly, it felt like freedom. Every surface that I cleared, every drawer that I emptied, I felt lighter and lighter. It was something that I honestly didn't expect. And then by week 3, the cravings for entertainment started to fade away. And in that space, I felt alive again. I wasn't running away from the boredom anymore. I could just be. Sometimes I would just lay on the floor and feel, listen to the quiet, or sit outside and feel the breeze on my face. It sounds so simple, but it is the most grounded I have felt in years. It actually reminded me of something a friend once told me about someone she knew who went on a silent meditation retreat. For days, he couldn't speak or use his phone. He couldn't distract himself in any way. And when he came back, he said that everything felt like it was vibrating. The world felt alive in a way that he had never noticed before. The air, the sounds, the colors. It was like the world itself had woken up, but what had really changed was him. And that is so similar to how I felt. When the noise stopped, life started to hum again. Everything felt sharper, more vivid, like I'd been half asleep and was finally seeing clearly for the first time in so long. It reminded me of childhood, and for me, that was back in the 90s when you would watch one episode of a show and wait an entire week for the next one, or when the computer turned off and life kept going. There was space then. There was time to think, imagine, time to live. But now we're constantly on, constantly consuming, and we weren't meant to live this way. I read a book once called The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry by John Mark Comer. And it talked about how people in the 1980s believed that by the 2000s we would all be working 20-hour weeks because of technology. Instead, we're busier than ever. We used to bake our own bread, grow our own food, make our own clothes, and we lived. But now, everything is automated for us, yet somehow we have no time. And the crazy part is, so much of that no time is spent on our phones. And the younger generation, they're growing up inside this world with no before. They are witnessing us trying to live life through a screen. If I can inspire anyone to do one thing, it would be to step away, even if just for a little while. To get off of screens, to feel your life again, to sit in the silence long enough to hear yourself think, and maybe even hear God again too. Because coming home, collapsing into bed, and scrolling until you fall asleep, that's not living. And the thing is it's not even your fault. These platforms are designed to be addictive. It's not about willpower. It's about awareness. And when you start taking that awareness back, your life starts to feel like yours again. So if there's one thing I want you to always remember, it's that peace doesn't live inside of a screen. It's in the pauses. It's in the moments no one else sees. It's in the stillness before the day begins. The sunrise, the way sunlight dances on your kitchen floor, the sound of your own laughter when no one is recording. That's where life is, not in what we chase, but in what has been here all along, waiting for us to come back.